Hi beauties, it's Ari T. So obviously today we're going to talk about flat ironed natural hair. So I'm going to give you some tips on ways to care for and style your hair while it is in a flat ironed state. So really quick disclaimer, the tips in this video are not tips that are going to keep your hair silky and bone straight. If you follow these tips, your hair will get a little frizzy, it will become curly, and it will start to naturally revert on its own. But I'm going to tell you how to style it as it's doing that. So if your goal is to have silky, straight, bone hair, I would recommend skipping over this video or just watching it for fun. But if you're okay with having, voluminous hair while it's in a flat iron state, then this is definitely the video for you. I flat ironed my hair exactly 8 days ago, and it was the first time that I'd flat ironed my hair in about a year. So I'm going to start by giving you some tips on how to flat iron to be the most gentle to your hair. So the first tip is to stretch your hair. You can stretch your hair in braids or in twists, and I stretched my hair for 2 days in twists, and I got the most stretch possible by having it in a twist and then also pulling the hair up in ponytails and in buns to get even more of the stretch. I can talk. And then the second tip would be to blow dry your hair on a high heat using a heat protectant. So how to pick out your heat protectants, my number one tip is to look for ingredients that end in cone within the first 5 ingredients on the label. If you see ingredients that end in cone in that area, that means that there's a lot of silicones in the product. The silicones will coat your hair and protect it from the heat. So your goal in blow drying your hair is not to get it silky straight, but to blow it out, really focusing on the roots and trying to get the wave out of your hair. And then the next tip is to flat iron your hair using one pass. My heat suggestions would be, if you have fine hair, 315 degrees is fine. If your hair is coarser, meaning it's a thicker strand, you can use up to 355 degrees, and that should do the job for you to be able to pass the iron through your hair just one time and it be straight. Okay? If you feel like your hair did not get all the way straight or the ends are being stubborn and you really want to pass the iron over it again, take a small amount of your heat protectant, put it on your section, and then do your second pass. And make sure you're using the chase method. Alright, so after you have done your one pass on your section, don't just move on to the next one. What I'm going to have you do is actually pin curl your hair. So after you've passed the iron through and it's nice and straight, grab the ends of your hair. So hold the section with one hand and then grab the ends with the other hand. And then roll it up so that you make a little circle, and then grab the circle with your other hand like that. Take your index finger, put it in the hole, and begin rolling your hair up. Now my pin curl method, just another disclaimer, is not the best, but me doing it this way gets the same results. So if you can pin curl better than me, by all means do it your way. After you curled it all the way up towards your scalp, you want to just slide a pin in there and move on to the next section. So you want to do this at a relatively quick pace because you want to make sure you're pin curling the hair while the hair is still warm from the flat iron. So make sure you've laid out your bobby pins before you start flat ironing so the hair doesn't get cold while you're reaching out for bobby pins. Let's move on to the nighttime routine. So after the first, second, maybe even third day, your hair is probably still going to be pretty silky, probably not really reverting yet. So during those days while your hair is still silky and straight, you can continue pin curling it at night. Make sure you tie it down with a satin scarf, put on a bonnet, sleep on a satin pillowcase, whatever you have going on, but make sure you cover your hair. Once your hair starts naturally curling up on its own, this would be a good time to start twisting it or braiding it at night. Now you don't have to do super tight braids or twists because all we're really trying to do is make it look like your frizz was intentional. So all you have to do You can use a little bit of product if you have some that doesn't have any water in it. So I take a really small amount of my Shea Moisture Curling Gel Souffle, put it on my palms, work it through the section, and then you want to twist loosely. So this would be a loose twist. Okay, loosely twist it. You can leave it loose, you can pin curl it. What I was doing was pulling it back in a ponytail before going to sleep at night. And then the next day your hair will just have some wave to it. And you can do really cute updos with your flat ironed hair in twists and just pin up the twists. And it's very, very cute. This is the result of a braid out that I did on my flat ironed hair. And I was at the beach today, so the humidity kind of had its way with my hair. And you can see I have some curl definition from the braid out. Some of this is my natural curl pattern reverting. Like, see this on the ends? It's my hair going back to its natural state. At the end of the day, you wear your hair natural all the time anyway, so if it starts to revert on its own, just let it. And, you know, wash your hair when it needs to be washed, obviously, but let your hair be curly, let it do what it do. You know what I'm saying? Wow. I hope you learned something in this video today. Please share it with your friends if you think they'll find it useful. Thank you guys for subscribing, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!